Overall reaction to the 4-game series against Nebraska?
Yeah, I mean, if you were to tell us that back in September that we were going to win 3 games and tie a game, I think you'll take it. And I told the guys that after, and just super proud of how they battled. We always used the term no clock, but there was unfortunately a clock today with the travel curfew. But down 6 in the last inning, and it just shows the resilience and the fight and the belief and them focusing on the positive energy within each other. They rallied around each other. I think it was 1 hit. We got 6 runs. And just all the way around, there were so many learning lessons through all 4 games for our team, with a lot of baseball being played, a lot of moving parts on the pitching side, on the hitting side. And then the best part about it was with 19 new players that we have on our team, for them to kind of see the energy that is created by the veterans and the returners game in and game out for those 4 games. And that's the thing I think for me as a coach is very gratifying, because that's what gels the program and the team. So, I mean, you can't say enough about how our guys just, 4 games in a row just totally got after it and competed their rear ends off.
Start with Morgan Lunsford, a little bit of a rough start to his outing, but then really kind of settled in at the end of his outing. Overall evaluation of Lunsford today.
Yeah, Mo, I mean, he got hit there a little bit, and, probably first game jitters, first start jitters, and he's been unbelievable all of January, just pounding the zone, nasty slider. And I feel like we have a pretty good offense, and when your hitters tell you, like, hey, coach, that's pretty good, pretty dirty, and he earned that role to start, and it was nice to see him settle in. I think he got 2 zeros there to kind of keep us in the game before Buttle came in. So, it's just back on the rubber, back in the batter's box again, running back out there again, and it's about that confidence and that trust for them to be able to believe in themselves out there. And it was nice to see Mo kind of settle in a little bit those 2 last innings.
How do you evaluate Buttle today, who had a lot of things kind of not go his way that were out of his control? How do you think he handled that in his first outing?
Yeah, we talked about the face, and I looked at his face, and he wasn't pouting, he wasn't complaining, he wasn't hanging his head. He still had his chin up, and he had the same face as he did when he was pounding strikes early. And, not much you can do when you make a pitch, and, obviously JD uncharacteristic out of JD to kind of boot that ball there at short, and then it obviously opens the floodgates, but that's a learning process for us, right? That's a learning process for us to get better and move forward from that. But it's baseball. It happens, and you can't hang your head on that down, and you got to focus on the positive and move forward.
Offensively, we talked about this a lot last year of you guys being able to manufacture runs any way possible, whether it be home runs, base hits, grinding out at bats. You guys did that a lot today. I mean, you got a couple of long balls, but also, I think you had 2 innings where you scored 3 runs without getting a hit in both of those innings. Talk to us about the offensive approach and just being able to score runs despite not using the long ball or maybe just bludgeoning teams to death.
Yeah, I mean, we got great hitters. We do, and we're blessed with that. But, you could have great hitters and not be able to manufacture runs all the time. So the team part of it is key, right? And when you have great hitters that are selfless and, they're hungry and, they're able to put together a team at bat after a team at bat after a team at bat, they're willing to take a walk instead of swing out of their rear end to try to hit a home run. They're willing to fight pitches off with 2 strikes and put it in play with 2 strikes, and pass the torch to the next guy. So that selfless mentality, along with the talent that they have, is very gratifying for me as a coach. And, I couldn't be more proud of them for never giving in. It's easy on the 4th game, we could have given in there. We knew it was the last inning, and they were relentless, and they just kept getting after it. So pretty cool.
Let's talk about Jack Costello. Got the base knock last night, first hit of the year, and then turned into 2 major home runs today, a grand slam that kind of gave you guys a huge lead in the early on in the game. And then when you guys are down, 3-run homer, ended up being the game-tying home run to end this one in a tie today. Talk about, the way Jack's been able to overcome the first couple of games.
Yeah, I mean, it's baseball, right? Jack's been our hottest hitter since September, by far. And then, obviously, opening weekend comes around, and the thing, like I said the other day in the postgame, he's been having great at-bats. He's been putting himself in great counts to hit in. And the results haven't been there. So that's something that we talk about on the offensive end constantly. Again, the talent is through the roof with him. He can flat out hit. But your swing's not always going to be there. The timing might be off. You might have, it might be on a barrel and might be right at a guy, or you foul a pitch off that you should have hit. All those things come into play, but it's the game of baseball to never give up, and that guy's never going to give up. And he's tough, and he was there in position today to succeed, and he did it, man. He put 2 great swings on the ball and 7 RBIs out of it. Can't say enough about him.
Non-traditional week this week. Before we talk to you again, you got 3 different teams coming in here. You got to deal with rain as well. You're hosting all 3 games as part of the Teague Win legacy, so a lot of stuff you have to do off the field with on the field. How do you guys prepare for an uncharacteristic week for you guys?
I think our guys love it. Our guys love the challenge. They love to kind of have that mentality of, hey, whatever happens, our toes keep tapping. I know it's a coachillism, but I think when he said that, it's a positive way to look at things where hey, you can't control weather, you can't control the circumstance, and it's a great message that our guys are like, hey, whatever happens, we're going to go out there and do get after it. They're already ready to practice. We're going to have an off day tomorrow. We're going to get after it on Wednesday, Thursday, see what happens. If we can play Friday, Saturday, and if it's not till Sunday, then we'll be ready. I'll tell you that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
All right, obviously a little bit better results for you today than the first couple of days. Take us through what it's been the last couple of days leading into today.
Yeah, I mean, first couple days it's tough, but it's just baseball. Not getting the results you want and just having that trust of you're doing things right, you're getting in good counts, your positioning feels good, you're getting good swings off, you're just not kind of getting the results. So it's just the overall just trust to staying with it, and the results are going to come. And I talked with 2-5 about that, and Coach Full too. Just staying with what I was doing, there was nothing off, nothing wrong. Just keep doing what I was doing, and then the hits will come.
A big inning there in the 4th inning where you guys put up 9 runs, obviously capped off by your grand slam. But as the inning was, coming together with a lot of walks and a lot of weird things happening, what was your approach going, watching it all and sitting there going, oh, I'm going to get up there with a big opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, I really wasn't even thinking about that. I was really just trying to stay focused on I'm getting up there and I'm just going to try and get my pitch and put a good swing on it. Kind of you get in there and let the moment overtake it where it's it's bases loaded, I can hit one out of here right now. That's probably when you're not going to find as much success as if you just kind of step in there and it's just, all right, I'm just going to stay with my pitch. A walk's as good as a hit right here. If I don't get my pitch, I'll take my walk and pass it to the next guy. Luckily enough, I got a pitch, a little hanging curveball over the plate and put a good swing on it.
Take us back to the final of the last inning. Not a lot of people in the park knew it was the last inning. What did Coach Ungricht tell you guys going into the last at bat?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even really know it was the last inning. We were out on defense, and Coach Flo came out to make a pitching change, and said it was going to be the last half. And they started talking about time, and then we asked the infielders. We were asking the umpire, "Is this it?" And they were like, "Yeah, this is the last half." So then we were going into the dugout knowing that it was just these were the last 3, and there's no quit in this team. And I think that's just something that we stand behind, and we're always in the fight. We're never out of it. So we knew we had to put up 6 runs, 3 outs. That's something we could do. It just started with the first guy. Go up there, have a good at-bat. I think it was 3 walks or 2 walks and a hit by pitch to load up the bases. And that's just credit to our guys, too, just as far as, we're not going to try and hit a 6-run home run. You're going to go up there and you're going to have a good at-bat and get on base and just pass it to the next guy.
Your last at bat, take us to the at bat. What pitches they gave you, and what did you see on that pitch you pulled the trigger on?
Yeah, I mean, I got a first pitch. We were taking to get a strike, and then went up there and kind of wiped that off. I got a first pitch fastball. Took a big swing on it, fouled off really hard down the left field line, almost into our dugout, and then it just kind of reset me. And I was just all right, just stay middle. Put a good swing on it. Let's still hunt your zone. And then next pitch came in. I don't know. Looked good. Put a good, nice and easy swing on it, trying to stay middle with it. And luckily enough, it got out of here. It was a big moment for our team.
You think it was gone when you hit it?
Yeah. Once I hit it, I was like, that one's got a good shot daytime at Fowler.
What was the dugout reaction like when you were around at third?
Awesome. I mean, I'd do anything for all those guys in that dugout, and they would do the same for me. And that's just something really special about our program. And just feeling that energy with everyone, and it's kind of a known thing. We're never out of it. So feeling that energy when everyone's just always amped up and ready to go, and knowing we always got a chance to win, especially at home. It's just a really good feeling.
A lot of comebacks the last couple of days. The no clock mentality. How do you build that into the next couple of games, and how do you keep the momentum rolling?
Yeah, I mean, it honestly sticks with what we do at the end of the game is the same thing we do in the start of the game. It's we're just gonna try and win every single pitch, win every single inning, and when it gets to that point where quote unquote the pressure's on and we can try and come back or take a lead on a team, we're not doing anything different. We're still just up there trying to win each pitch, each at bat at a time, and it's just really something special about this team.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.